What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Carlos, licensed broker. I've helped over thousands of individuals and families get the health coverage they need. Today we are going to be talking about the huge news that's kind of going on in the health insurance world with Trump's administration making lots of changes. The premium tax credits that people are getting that make your health plan cheaper is going to be expiring for this year in 2025. For 2026, premiums are set to go up and they're going to spike up to 75% in price. So is this true? What's going to happen? How does it work? Let's get into it. There's tons of information to talk about here. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because it helps out the channel a lot. So let's get into it. I'll see you there. So before we get into what's happening now, you got to understand how our system is currently working with a premium tax credit. So right now, since 2021, folks like you out there and millions of Americans are getting what are called enhanced subsidies. So think of this like extra help paying for your health insurance premium. This kind of law was passed in 2021 under the ARP, or American Rescue Plan, and it extended all the way through 2025 under the Inflation Reduction Act. Now here is where the issue is. In December 31st, 2025, these enhanced subsidies are set to expire, and with open enrollment starting in November 1st, 2025, it's just around the corner. Time is ticking, right? The clock is ticking. Will they extend it again? What's going to happen? So before 2021, if you earned more than around 400% of the federal poverty level, then you get pretty much zero help. So you get no help past that, right? So after 2021, the income cap was sort of removed. So even people making, $70,000, $90,000, $100,000, whatever, a year would still get a little bit of subsidy to help pay for your plan, because you only paid a certain percent of your income for like a silver plan. So even if the plan costs more, the government and the subsidy, the premium tax credit, help cover the rest. And as a result, that's why premiums were cheaper. Obviously kind of things are still kind of expensive, but overall, relatively, since 2021, things have been a lot cheaper, especially now with what's going to happen. So now that we know kind of how it works, let's talk about now in 2026, because they are set to expire. And so far, Congress has kind of done nothing to say that they're going to extend it, with Trump making a lot of changes. People are uncertain. Everyone's kind of uncertain to what's going to happen. So these kind of enhanced subsidies were never really a normal thing, right? It's just kind of temporary, right? And it was passed during the COVID era to, help pay for people's plan, because everything was going up and people were not working or not working as much. So they extended it once, but the law has been there since for up to 2025. Now, the reason is because, it's kind of expensive if they were to extend it. While it helps out millions of Americans, right, for them to keep their coverage, it is really expensive. I mean, there's estimates of like $383 billion to make it permanent. And even just extending it a few years, like 50 billions, a bunch of billions of dollars, right, which is America going into debt pretty much. But it helps out the people immensely, right? So what happens in 2026 without the enhanced subsidies? Well, if we go back to the kind of old ACA rules, there's the federal poverty level, 100% to the 400%, becomes more strict. So if you are out of that range, you absolutely get zero subsidy, zero help. There is a KFF estimate that premiums will jump around 60 all the way up to 90% for many people. I mean, that leads people to even pay more for their health insurance than their freaking mortgage, right? That's just huge, huge jumps. While, America could go into debt because extending this means more debt, right? It is going to help out the people a lot, because people rely on these subsidies. Without these subsidies, I mean, I'm a health insurance agent. These plans are very, very expensive. I mean, starting at $500 and up into the thousands and thousands of dollars a month without the subsidies that people get. And some people don't even know what premium tax credits are and how it's helping them. So once they see that change, it's going to be drastic and it's going to be huge. So what's going to happen now? So far, there is no current news as to if they're going to extend it or not. So for now, they're still set to expire in December 1st or December 31st of 2025. Okay. Obviously, some people in the Congress are pushing for it. Some aren't, but as long as people keep voicing their opinions and this becomes a real issue, because it is a real issue, especially once we get closer to open enrollment, people are going to start realizing how serious it is. I personally think that we do see a little bit of an extension. Trump's administration is making a lot of changes, but I do believe personally that they are going to extend it, whether maybe they make some kind of changes to it. But for now, there is no changes. But now the kind of good news is that we're in July. I'm filming this in July 23rd. Last time it was extended in around August. So even now we could still see a possible extension, because since last time it was extended in August, open enrollment starts November. It's not even August yet. So at any point there could be a news that they extended it. So all we can do now is kind of wait and be on the lookout. It's kind of like a 50-50 coin flip now, to be honest, but all we can do is kind of wait. But from my personal and professional opinion, I do believe we're gonna see an extension. I also believe, just an opinion right now, if the Affordable Care Act and the system wasn't also called the Obamacare, I feel like Trump and his whole administration would kind of be more soothing with it and just be more relaxed, and they would extend it like right now. But since, it's kind of clashing, it has that term on it, I could see why it's making such headlines. But I mean, still, people rely on this. Tons of people rely on this. Tons of middle class people, lower class. That's essentially who it's going to affect the most at the end of the day, because someone rich in the top 1%, they don't need a subsidy, right? They don't need any premium tax credit. So that's kind of it. I kind of wanted to touch on it. So far, there's no current news as to if it's going to be extended or not. But if it doesn't get extended, be prepared for the prices to jump 70%, 60%. So all we can do now is wait. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you learned something. As always, if you want the best plans at the best prices, make sure to call the number on the screen here, 305-970-8583. You will speak directly with me. Join our thousands of happy clients here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.